Eric the Car Guy again. These are all the bits that are left over after the carnage that happened. And the way these work, many manufacturers use this type of window regulator or method to open and close the window. But they use a cable, and then it's wrapped around this wheel inside of this motor. And this is what I broke out of the inside of the assembly to get these cables to move so I could move the window. I have the new setup here, so this is what it looks like when it's all together. That cable assembly and everything else. I have seen these just come apart like this over time. It just happens. It's just the nature of the beast, I think. But I'm gonna have this back together here in a minute and I'll share that with you.
The plot thickens, viewers. I'm back at the shop away from the gas station. I have a different regulator from another parts store, which is basically the same brand and everything else. And I put it all in and it still wasn't working, but I'm like, what is the deal here? So I got out my trusty power probe and I just started seeing what was coming out of things. This is the connector that goes to the motor, which lives behind here. And there's two wires that are sort of separated, and that's the power and ground. And all you've got to do to make a motor go one way or the other is switch the power and the ground. Anyhow, when you activate the switch for the driver's side door, like, it wasn't working. You could probably hear that. Like, I got all the other windows and everything to work, but I couldn't get the driver's side door to work. I'm like, what's going on? But everything down here when I activated the switch kept clicking, and I kept seeing like a ground, no power, a ground, no power when I was activating the switch. So I'm thinking to myself, the switch seems to be sending a signal over to this guy, and this guy is doing stuff, but the window isn't moving. So what's going on? I thought to myself, you know what? Not everything is plugged in. So there's this connector that's on the back of the door card. It goes to like the security thing and your courtesy light, all that kind of stuff. I plug that in. Now it works. So 100% all of this on me. However, what I want to share with you is make sure that everything is plugged in. So if this isn't plugged in or some other thing isn't plugged in, that may be the power source that's needed or the input that's needed for the whole thing to work. So if you're having trouble like this, make sure to plug everything in and then recheck it. That's my tip for you. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty.